Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's update video. This week I'm joined by Dusan.
Hello.
He's the director of the short stories, and we will be talking about the short stories in a minute. First, I would like to cover these special messages. First, I want to give special thanks to Phoenix X for sending us some swords. They are really good, really fun, really nice. We have been enjoying trolling people in the office with them. We've been using them for animations. They are really fun, and really thank you for sending us these swords. It's super nice to have them. As you all know, we are getting closer to the release. We are now in our final release sprint, final feature sprint, and we will be basically wrapping up on the last features we will be introducing in the next release. And after we finish these features, we will go into like a polish cycle. We will really polish off what we have, remove the rough edges, make sure that there are no crashes, no more bugs, no more render glitches. Translations are okay, everything is like running smoothly, and then we will finally have a release. So look forward to a release date sometime soon-ish. Also, with the release of the planets, we had no choice but to drop the 32-bit support, which means that from now on, the next release of Medieval Engineers will no longer support 32-bit and will only run on 64-bit operating systems. This also means that the current branch that's on the current version of Medieval Engineers that's available on Steam will be left as the 32-bit support feature branch. That means if you want to play the 32-bit version of the game, you will be able to do so with the current release of Medieval Engineers, but all future releases will be 64-bit. And finally, I want to quickly cover the release system we will be using for Medieval Engineers. So what we will be doing is we will be releasing weekly regular updates, which will contain like bug fixes, really minor features, new blocks, but mostly small stuff. And every now and then we will be releasing a major version, which will contain like big features. And these major versions will become like the landmark branches on Steam. So the most recent version will be available on Steam, and the old major version will be left as a branch on Steam so that you can always switch back to some older version for backwards compatibility reasons. This also means that we will no longer have to have backwards compatibility to the very first element in the game, but we will be able to, like with every iteration, we will only be backwards compatible with the last major version. Because all the major versions will be available, you can migrate your old stuff through the major versions as the game develops. This will allow us to create the game, remove the old content that's bogging down the game, that's really like ugly parts or simply aren't working the way we want it to. And at the same time, it will still allow you to migrate your old games into the newer versions. Well, with those things covered, we're going to switch to Dusan here. So Dusan, what can you tell us about the original idea behind the short stories?
The original idea was to show you guys the work in progress on the planets, showcase the planets itself, and present new features which are getting to the game in some interesting way, as you saw this story about red and blue guys.
What can you tell us a little bit about the process of making these videos every week?
The process was fun itself. It was very challenging though, because from the start we had a script which we decided how the story should go, what we should show there, and basically everything how it should go. But every week we had to change this thing because due to some technical difficulties or other decisions. So yeah, it was a lot of improvisation, but we managed to put it together that way that it made sense, so we can be proud of it.
It must have been quite a lot of effort to manage all the actors.
At the end, yes. From the start it was quite easy because I used always just one or at least maximum two guys to shoot some scenes when I needed like 3 guys in motion on one scene, so I could control the camera, or one of the players with the camera was static. so it was fine, but at the end we had 14 guys on the server, which was quite a challenge to manage. And after 3-4 takes it was very chaotic, but I was able to make some shots of it, so the fight went well.
There was quite a bit of trolling going on, and
it was quite a bit of trolling, and actually I saw some unpredictable thing, like a guy was hit by a catapult, which was exactly the shot from the catapult, which was so ridiculous.
That was me shooting.
Yeah, it was him. All credits go to him. Yeah, it was a lot of fun and a lot of unpredictable things happened there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and the server it held up phenomenally.
Wow, that was the major success of us, because we saw 14 players on the server without lag, without spikes, without crashing for several hours, and they were fighting, they were trolling, they were doing all kinds of things which you shouldn't do when you are shooting some things in some way, but yeah, it held pretty well.
So what can you tell us? Like how did the whole process contribute to the development process of the game?
Well, during recording of the videos, it wasn't just about the videos, because when I'm shooting the videos, I'm basically playing the game as normal player would. So I'm running into issues, the bugs and crashes, which a tester which is focused on some task wouldn't run into. So it helped a lot to find issues which we would otherwise found at the end of the polishing phase or something, and we wouldn't be able to fix them all, for example, at the very end of the process of developing. So it contributed a lot in matter of getting rid of the bugs and crashes in the game.
Thank you for finding some of the more weird issues that we had.
To be honest, I was a bit sad of some bugs getting rid of it, because they were so fun, but they just didn't fit into Medieval Engineers.
And most of these bugs you won't even know about. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the short stories, and should we do more of these? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah, who was the mysterious green guy? Will the red guy ever hit another deer with his catapult? Will we see you all next week? Bye bye!
Bye!